Welcome to the Nev Show, where we talk money, business, investing, and finance, and the most important aspect of them all, mindset to make it all happen. In today's show, we're going to talk about how do you make decisions. As a business owner, as a business leader, as an instructor, as a speaker, as somebody who is looking to move up in the world, whatever that move is, whether it's in business, career, or personal life, we all have to make decisions. Now, the most successful people tend to make decisions quickly and then they adjust as necessary. The rest of us often find ourselves hemming and hawing about things that we want to do, things that we ought to do, things that we know need to do, and everything else. Oftentimes, what prevents us from becoming successful is the ability to quickly make decisions. So today we're going to talk about why you want to make a decision quickly and how to do it. I will share with you some tips, tools, and techniques that will help you become a better decision maker. Now, decisions in life are tremendous. We all have to make choices in life, and choices in life we make today have a great impact on our future, whether it's tomorrow, a year from now, 10 years from now, and so on. So, importance of decision making is key. Now, because I focus a lot about money and investing in business, I can only speak from that perspective. But these things can be applied to everything in life. Now, let's say that you are wanting to be an investor. Most of the investors, as well as traders, understand that decisions have to be made quickly because when a best deal shows up, we have to quickly evaluate whether it is a good deal for us, if it is a great deal for us, whether we're going to move forward or pass it. What ends up happening with startup investors is that they often take way too long to make a decision. And by the time they decide that this is a great decision, something they should do, the deal is no longer available. Now, this happens all the time with all kinds of different aspects in life. And so sometimes we end up choosing things really quickly without analyzing quickly and regret it. Sometimes we take too long to make a decision. The decision was supposed to be good. When we look back, we realize this was a great thing and I can't believe I didn't do it. But by the time we decide that we wanted to take it, it is gone. And so this is the reason why it's so important to make great decisions really, really fast. But how do we do it? Now, here are some of the principles that I use in my own thinking when I have to evaluate deals, whether I have to evaluate whether I want to do something, don't want to do something, and I am able to, relatively speaking, make decisions incredibly fast. So, here's what I do. Number one thing that I always look at is this something that is planned? And what I do instead of saying yes, no, maybe, because maybe is such a big category that this is kind of where we get stuck, I end up giving it a ranking. You can go 1 through 5, 1 through 10, 1 through 20 if you really need to. The range is not important. What is important is to keep the same range and come up with what is the number we need to have in order to proceed. Now, I like to use a scale of 1 through 10, and if you know me and have read some of my books or have worked with some of my journals, for example, the My Best Year Ever, My Success Journal, that is hitting book scores in a short few months, you will discover that I am not a big fan of number 7. Now, here's my reason behind it. We know that numbers 1 through 6 we can improve. 1, we know it's absolutely awful. 10, we know it's absolutely amazing. And then there's all the stuff in between. And most of us go with, well, 1 is 10%, so that's really bad. All the way up to 6, we know that we can improve and make changes. 8 and up, we know this is really, really good. But 7 is that sticky point. So what I like to do is in my scales, I completely eliminate number 7. That's not even an option. So if it's something sort of teetering on average, I have to make a quick decision. Is that a 6 or an 8? Because a 6 means no, 8 means yes. So you can use this, don't have to use it, but I'm just sharing with you what are the things that I end up using in my decision making process. So the first question is this planned? Is this part of my strategy? Is this part of my purpose, my objective, my mission of what I'm trying to accomplish? And I rank it 1 through 10. Then I ask myself, is this a real need right now? Right? I want to make sure that it's timely. So is this something that I absolutely have to take care of this right now? Then I answer a question saying, is this something that I own or control? Meaning, is this even my problem? Is this even my issue? A lot of times things come our way and they're not really ours, right? It's somebody else's problem. They just landed on us. And now we're trying to figure out is this something that just kind of happened for them and I have to make a decision? Or is this something truly that it's my own piece, my own problem, my own explicit and immediate piece that I have to deal with? If the answer is yes, it's mine, then go ahead and rank that of how it is yours, how much you control it. Do I feel that this is right thing to do? Meaning, at this stage of my life, at this stage of my business creation, this stage of investment strategy, is this the right thing to do? Does it feel right? Does it come with integrity? Does it come with authenticity, with truth, with power? All the things that I'm looking for. Now, if we're talking about investment, for example, let's say an amazing deal comes your way, but that deal does not fit your investment strategy. You have two options. One is it does not fit my strategy, so it's an automatic no. Two is maybe my strategy, if it hasn't been serving me, is not the right strategy, so I have to shift, and maybe this is the new strategy that I'm going to take. Now, in my life, I focus predominantly on investing in real estate and investing in housing. Predominantly, I look for multifamily housing to invest in. So what does this mean? When an industrial building for investment shows up, it doesn't fit my strategy. It's an automatic no. I can move on. If a single family home comes on a market and somebody tells me about it, it doesn't fit my investment strategy. It's an automatic no. But if a 25 unit apartment building shows up, it's a maybe. Now I have to go and learn more because that 25 unit apartment building fits my multifamily housing strategy, and now it's going to get a much higher rating because there might be things that I want to do with this. I hope this is all making sense to you. Now, next question you want to ask is this a passion of mine? Is this something that I'm really passionate about? Is this something I want to get myself invested in? And when I say invested, I'm not talking just money. I'm also talking time. I'm talking people. I'm talking resources. I'm talking really all the energy that kind of has to go into this project to make it happen. Is there a better opportunity? Now, this is a big one, big one that a lot of us don't always ask ourselves. Now, there's a huge piece about FOMO, fear of missing out. And a lot of reason that many of us don't make a decision is because we're always afraid to commit to something because what if something better comes along? So that's why in today's age, you may have a party and many people say, I'll see if I can come. What they're basically saying is, yes, this is a good option for me if nothing better shows up. Now, don't take it personally. I don't think that those people mean to be mean to you. They're just sharing how they exactly feel. And I think it's important for you to understand of what they're saying when they say some of those things. So always ask yourself, is there a better opportunity? Is there a better way to spend my time, my money, my energy, my day, and so on? If the answer is yes, there's a better opportunity, this particular component becomes an automatic no. If the answer is no, this is a really great opportunity. Make a commitment and go for it. If something better shows up down the line, you can always switch the strategy if you have to absolutely need to. However, If you go through this process of being very clear about what you want, what your goal is, what you're trying to achieve, likelihood of that happening is really, really low. Finally, question that I ask myself is, will this help me grow or lead? Meaning, if my purpose is to continuously grow, and if we're talking about money and investing, my purpose is always going to be to continue to grow my passive income. So my question always is, when it comes to an investment, will this particular deal help me grow my passive income? If the answer is no, it's an automatic no, I don't need to do it. If the answer is yes, then it's time to perhaps dig further into it. And one final piece that I use that I have learned from listening podcasts very similar to this is, if it's not a heck yes, it's an absolute no. Here's what I mean by that. Oftentimes, we get very clear on things that we don't want. That's a very clear automatic no. We also get a very clear on when we get excited about something to be a yes. And this maybe category, similar to that number 7 that I talked about, is the one that is sticky one. That's the one that we struggle with. So I always look at that and say, you know what? How do I feel about this? Am I really excited? Am I really driven? Is this something that I'm totally pumped about, ready to get committed, ready to jump in, full force, moving forward? If the answer is no, or I'm lukewarm, it becomes an automatic no. That strategy alone, even if you forget everything else, the whole concept of, if it's not a heck yes, it's a no, that has helped me make a lot of decisions ridiculously fast, and has helped me move forward, grab the best deals, make decisions, and then move on with my life without wasting a lot of time trying to figure out if this is something that I want to or not want to do. I use it in my business life. I use it in my personal life. I use it with my investments, relationships, parties, everything you can possibly think of. When I have to make a decision, I use the heck yes or no. That's it. So I hope this was really helpful to you. And if you're looking for this in a written form, and you're looking for some of the productivity components, I've already mentioned that I have created the journal that can help you become more productive, help you make better decisions, help you save more money if that's what you're wanting to do. I highly encourage you to go ahead and check out Amazon.com and search for My Best Year Ever Success Journal. Until next time, stay forever money blessed.